You don't need to go to Niagara Falls when you can eat some Brian balls.
So what is going on, NASCAR diecast collectors and diecast reviewers on YouTube? This is Original Big Brian here, and welcome back to another new episode of the NASCAR Diecast News, hosted by me, Brian LaFleur Jr. As always, guys, I'm bringing you all your weekly NASCAR Diecast news throughout each and every month to the very end of the 2017 NASCAR Diecast season. And this is going to be episode 169, guys, and we do got a lot of cool stuff for you guys. I mean, the return of newly released diecasts are here from my good friends at Plan B Sales and Lionel Racing and all of our other good sponsors like Casey Diecast, Lesher's Diecast. So do got some cool new 164s to show you guys coming up very shortly. We also got some new pre-orders as well, so you know that's always got to go good with the diecast. And some more canceled diecasts have arrived. However, they are not Xfinity cards, but there are some more cup cards that unfortunately have made it on top of the list for the 124s. Spoiler, by the way. And we also still got some more details about the bonus wave for NASCAR Authentics. I got some more details to show you guys, and it's split up into different types of waves for this bonus wave. But we'll get on to all this latest information and more as the NASCAR's Diecast news starts right now. But before we do that, guys, we're going to take a look back at last week's episode. And unfortunately, did not have a best-selling diecast, so yeah, we're just getting on to the slideshow. Alright, everybody, and welcome to the NASCAR Diecast News. I am your host, Original Big Brian, and we're going to get things started with your newly released diecast from my good friends at Plan B Sales, Casey Diecast, and Lesher's Diecast. As always, guys, highly encourage you guys to subscribe. Not subscribe, but they're not YouTube channels, but I'm sure some of them do have YouTube channels. But feel free to check out any of your local diecast dealers. Like I said, I highly encourage you guys to check them out because, you know, while Plan B Sales and Lionel Racing are, you know, the main suppliers for NASCAR diecast, it's always cool to help out your local businesses, and why not? And plus, they're also close, so you don't have to really, you know, get that much on shipping costs and wait forever for your diecast. So just want to put that out right there, guys. But anyways, we got some newly released diecasts from our good friends at Plan B Sales, and all of them are 164s. However, there are some surprises, but we'll get on to the good diecasts right now. All 2017 diecasts, and we're gonna start things off with Keselowski diecast, guys. We got a good amount of his diecast now in stock to go along with the Joey Logano cars. You can find all these at, you know, your local diecast dealers or at Plan B Sales and Casey Diecast, or Lionel Racing if you're really desperate. But first one up is the Keselowski 2017 Alliance Truck Parts Ford Fusion, and this car is very similar to last year. I mean, I can't really tell any differences about this car whatsoever. I mean, the contingencies are pretty much the same. I mean, of course, you know, they don't have the Sprint Cup Series logo anymore, so I think that's the only difference about this car. And maybe there's a yellow spoiler now. I think that's the only difference I see because I'm looking at a NASCAR Authentics version and did not have a yellow spoiler. So I guess that's kind of cool, but that's something that they could have added last year. But yeah, it's still a pretty nice looking car, so if you guys didn't got the chance to get this car, this would be a good time to get it right here, especially if you like colored spoilers, then this might be a car to get right here. I think the black and yellow really goes well with this, and but hopefully we'll see. You know, I think this paint scheme will grow on me for quite a while, but I would love for them to run the Alliance Truck Parts card that he ran at the second half of 2016, where it was not this traditional paint scheme that they have for majority of the Penske cars. If you guys know what I'm talking about, he ran some sort of alternate scheme for the Alliance Truck Parts car. You guys might know because you guys probably watched the second half of the NASCAR 2016 season. But yeah, still a pretty cool looking car. Next one up is the paint scheme that got him to victory lane for the second race of the 2017 NASCAR Monster Energy NASCAR Cup Series. Wow, that's a mouthful. But yep, he won this paint scheme at Atlanta, and it is the Auto Trader Ford Fusion, guys. And now this car was, actually first released on NASCAR Authentics, in the 2017 NASCAR Authentics wave, which was in the first second wave, I believe. I think it was actually the first wave, if I had to remember, because both those waves came out at the same time, or just about. So yeah, I think it was the first wave actually when this car came out for the NASCAR Authentics. Wow, that was embarrassing. But if you guys didn't have any luck getting that car at Walmart or in your local retailers, then this is a good opportunity for you guys. I would recommend the NASCAR Authentics version just a little bit because it does come with a hood, and it's only about $5 or $6. Meanwhile, you're paying like almost $8 or $9 just for a diecast and nothing else included with it. But it all depends in your choice of the diecast. If you like collecting the Gold Series cars with the collector box, then this is a good choice for you. But if you want to get an NASCAR Authentics diecast, then maybe I would recommend getting it. But either way, there's some good variety for this car as well. But really cool looking paint scheme. The orange and blue really go well together. Even though it's the same scheme from last year and the same car from last year, but really nice choice for this car, and I do like it a lot, especially now it's in victory lane now. So and the next one up, it is of course Brad Keselowski's standard Miller Lite car, and yes, this car is on a base because it is promoting alcohol. So but it's just a little plastic base, so some of you guys probably snap that off, but if you're a collector, I'm sure you're going to want to keep that base on. But there are some, there are some slight changes to it. Down right where the bottom of this car is, there are some differences. I think they add a little more gold and red. Well, I don't know. I kind of see a little bit of a difference, but not too much. But still a nice looking car. It is a little, basic on my opinion, but sometimes basic does work. I'm just kind of glad that it's not that traditional, Penske stripe scheme that they always use with the Auto Trader and the Alliance and the SKF car, especially on the Joe Logano shell car. So this does have some good variety, I have to say, but it is basic. But if you're a Keselowski fan, then this is a highly recommended car to get right here, because the Blue Deuce Miller Lite car is always looking cool. Well, it's not really blue anymore, but you know what I mean. Probably white Deuce if you want to say that now. And to wrap up on the Brad Keselowski 164s, we got a car that actually has a different paint scheme this year, guys, and I'm really happy to announce the 2017 Worth diecast is available in both scales for the 124 and the 164. But of course, I'm showing you guys the 164 because I really am a big fan of 164 diecast. I know it's kind of rare nowadays, but yeah, I really do like this new paint scheme change. I think this might be the same layout paint scheme that they used for the Alliance Truck Parts car. Yeah, I think that's what I was trying to say. But I don't know. This car, it might look some basic for others, but I kind of like it. And what's really cool about this car, if you see where the red is, it's not really basic red. It looks like some sort of mosaic finish, like what they did with the Joe Logano car, with the collages of pictures. I can't really tell what's in there, but there is something on there. Of course it's a 164, so I can't really see too much, but once we see a review of this car, maybe we'll find out what it is. But I kind of like that. It really gives the red some variety, and it does make it look a little darker, but it's very detailed with the decal as well. So definitely gotta give Team Penske and the sponsorship Worth for giving us a really creative diecast, and I do admire that a lot. I know the rim color is just a little dark, but it does look nice, and it is. I don't know, it just looks really nice in my opinion. I'm glad we got some variety for the two cars. So definitely a good selection of Brad Keselowski cars that we got for this episode. But you can find all these at your local diecast dealers or planbsales.com. And now, unfortunately, how much more can I say this, guys? Let's just say, with every season that we have of the diecast season, there always has to be some bad ones. And the unfortunate return of the PTC mold, guys. And if you guys aren't familiar with what the PTC mold is, Lionel Racing basically has two different types of molding factories. The EL mold is basically what the original cars have, and that's what the NASCAR Authentic cars have. but the PTC mold's a different factory, and the decals are a little more different, and the tires are a little more thicker, but those cars are technically inaccurate. But this has got to be a bum right here, because the Kevin Harvick Busch car from 2017, it's on the PTC mold, and that right there really pisses me off. I think the only reason why they did this is because they wanted to rush this car out. And if Lionel would have learned from the Matt Kenseth Throwback car from last year, they would have not pulled this crap off, but they did, and this is very unfortunate because this is one of Kevin Harvick's main sponsors for the 4 cars. So this is really disappointing, and you can tell this car is a fail because even look at the reference photo. This car is the box of this car is also backwards as well, so talk about a double fail. But the coloring's off. This car just looks a lot more darker in my opinion. Some people might still get this car, but just seeing about this, I don't really think this is worth $9 in my opinion. I think this car will be on the top 10 worst diecasts of 2017. I mean, it was a great paint scheme. I love the new paint scheme change, don't get me wrong, it was really cool. But the outcome of this car was horrible, seeing it on PTC mold. Just very unfortunate seeing this car being produced on there. But if you're a Harvick fan, I'm really hoping that Lionel, if they get low sales on this car, hopefully they can reproduce this car, because I know they can't probably reproduce that in NASCAR Authentics. I know they got away with it in the Darlington Throwback way, but I highly doubt they're going to get away with it this time, producing a Busch car like they did with the Nat Kenseth Throwback car. They were able to save that car thanks to NASCAR Authentics, but don't think they're going to save it right here, guys, because this is a controversial sponsors. So of course they can't really market that to kids in the NASCAR Authentics retail line, but very unfortunate, and that's really gonna stink for any Harvick fans. And the next one, guys, is to wrap up on the 164s, we got your Daytona 500 champion Kurt Busch, and unfortunately this car is on the PTC mold as well. However, NASCAR Authentics did make this car in 2017, so you can actually get this car right now if you go to your local retailers, and if you can find Wave 2 for 2017, this car is available, and I would highly recommend getting the car over this. I mean, of course it's on the PTC mold again, but of course if you can't make it to Walmart, or your Walmart or Target or Toys R Us have not really been up to date with NASCAR Authentics, then maybe you should get this car. But in my opinion, you're better off having a better quality diecast and a free magnet hood only for $5. Well, meanwhile this car is literally $8 or $9, and it's totally inaccurate, and the decals are probably going to be all wonky and messed up and folded. Just don't know why they decided to bring the PTC mold back, guys. Just very unfortunate. It really ruins the diecast. I know some people might still get this car, but just very unfortunate for the 164 collectors. But I'm really hoping that Lionel can just, I don't know, they just need to drop this PTC mold. It's really starting to get on my nerves now. I mean, I understand there's different factories that produce these cars, but just why can't they all just stick to the EL mold, guys? I mean, and some people are analyzing that maybe, the EL mold is being taken up because NASCAR Authentics. I don't really think so, because there are some differences with the, I mean, I know both the EL molds, but there are some slight differences, and we've had the EL mold for quite a while, so I don't know why they would, cut production costs and go with the PTC mold. I mean, especially when you're paying almost $8 or $9, that is pretty ridiculous in my opinion. For diecast that's not even accurate. I mean, I know it's not accurate with the Monster Energy logos, but they would at least give us some better quality than this crap. So just that's just my opinion right there on these diecasts. But like I said, you can find all these diecasts now available at your local diecast dealers or at our good friends at Plain B Sales. And now we're going to go on to the pre-orders, guys, and I'm only going to talk about one, and then we're going to get on to the next topics, and it is going to be on your Atlanta race winner, Brad Keselowski. This car is now available in the 124 scale. And very cool right here, and this car will have the Monster Energy logos, unlike the Chase Elliott Daytona pole win car and all those other diecasts. But yeah, guys, this is going to be really cool. I mean, I know this was actually a kind of exciting race. I mean, I do feel bad for any Kevin Harvick fans out there, because clearly he had the dominant car, but thanks to that one little pit stop error, really costing him that one pit stop penalty. Then again, Keselowski had a pit stop penalty as well coming into this race. But it was really surprising. But I know not so many people are not fans of Keselowski, but I was happy seeing the you know, the orange and blue auto share car getting victory lane. I know one of my good friends, Derek Lewis, at Nasty Fan 142 on Instagram, is gonna like this car because it's orange and blue. But it is a pretty nice little race win. I mean, you guys look at the reference photos that Lionel posted, and it's pretty dirty. But man, I would have loved to see Kyle Larson won this race, guys. That's the second race in a row that Kyle Larson lost the race. I mean, I know a lot of Larson fans are really mad about what he did. You know, his car was running so good on the low part of the track, and he decided to go high when Keselowski was closing in on him, and that was just very unfortunate. But Brad Keselowski won the race fair and square. Can't really give him, you know, too much hate about that. But I do admire Brad Keselowski more than his other teammate, which I'm not going to speak to. Sorry for any Logano fans out there. But this car is available in the 124 scale, and we will see if it will make it into MOQ, like most of the other Penske cars as well. So yeah, very interesting right there. Alright, buddies, and now we're going to get on to, of course, the interesting part. Well, sarcastically speaking, if you guys can tell my sarcasm or not. But the cancellations have returned yet again on the NASCAR Diecast News. I mean, but luckily it's not going to be any Xfinity cars, like I said in the intro of this video, guys. But it is going to be, you know, some diecasts that I kind of expected were, but we'll just see what it's going to be right here. But most of these cars, I'm about to say, are only in the 124 scale that were canceled. So for 164 collectors, you're pretty safe for this. So I just saved you guys a couple minutes. If you guys are 164 collectors, then you pretty much are safe. Then you can go on to the next topic. But I almost had a burp right there, sorry about that. But the first cancellation that is up, it is Jamie McMurray's 2017 McDonald's Chevrolet. There's that burp I was talking about. I guess when you eat a lot of McDonald's, that's what happens right there. But yeah, this car is canceled in the 124 ARC standard version, which is very unfortunate. But you know, this car is based to the same paint scheme as last year's, which I believe that they did make the 2016 cars. So if you're really bummed about this car, then you can probably get the 2016 version. You can get away with it. I mean, of course, this car was going to have the Monster Energy logos on it, but I think the only reason why this car was canceled because it's very similar to last year's, regardless of the contingency sponsors and the Monster Energy logos. But yeah, I mean, you know, I'm sure it is, you know, pretty embarrassing for the McMurray fans, but not really too much of a big loss. But if you're a 124 collector for Jamie McMurray, then this will, you know, really hit you hard right here. So next one up, we got Ricky Stenhouse Jr.'s 2017 Fastenal Ford Fusion. That is also canceled in the 124 standard version, the ARC version. That's what ARC means. It's a standard. ARC stands for Action Racing Collectibles, so that's the standard version. So yeah, you know, like similar to last year's paint scheme, there are some slight changes. I mean, it does have an orange splitter. Holy Christ, I'll watch that be an error in the comments. But I mean, there are some slight differences about this car, but not really too much. So this car is going to be joining with the Fastenal anniversary car that was canceled. And a lot of people are confused, like, oh, which Fastenal car is the official? This one is the official one, and then the other car that was canceled a couple episodes ago was the anniversary car. For Fastenal. But you know, if you're a Stenhouse fan or a Roush Fenway Racing fan, then this will be, you know, disappointing, but definitely not looking good for the 124 collectors out there. But next one up is our first race win diecast that is canceled for 2017, and it is an elite version that was canceled, and it is none other than good old slice bread, Joey Logano's 2017 Shell Pennzoil Advanced Auto Parts at the Clash for Daytona. This car was unfortunately canceled only in the 124 Elite version, guys. So the 124 ARC version, I think, has met MOQ, and that will be made. But for the Elite people out there, anybody who's an RCCA Elite member, then this will be really unfortunate because those cars are almost like $100 and $110, and they have a lot more detail, or so-called details to them, because no Lionel's quality is really hitting in the crapper recently. Even for the Elite diecast, guys, it's really ridiculous. But yeah, very unfortunate to see that car getting canceled. I know a lot of Logano fans would have loved to see this car being produced, but the 124 ARC version, like I said, is still available. But this car is not really too much raced, and it doesn't really have that much race marks to it. But then again, it was the first official car that won in a Monster Energy NASCAR Cup Series, if you want to count, you know, the Clash as that. as the first official race. But of course the Daytona 500 was, but you know, it is what it is for the Logano fans. But like I said, the standard version is still available for that. And to round it off, guys, we got this one is actually surprising, but it's another Elite version car, and it is Chase Elliott's 2017 Napa Auto Parts Daytona 500 pole win car. I know, kind of ironic seeing that car getting canceled, but I do got some good reason why this car might be canceled. But it's only canceled in the 124 Elite version, so the the 124 ARC standard version is still available. As I'll keep reminding myself, because a lot of people are like, "Oh my God, they're not going to make this car." For both these two diecasts, it said they are officially canceled only in the Elite version. So, like I said in the past couple times. The standard versions are still available for the 124 collectors. No 164s though, especially for the pole win car. But yeah, I think the only reason why this car got canceled is because this car is going to be inaccurate with the Monster Energy logos. That's my only reason why I can see this, because it is really surprising seeing a Chase Elliott car being canceled. Then again, I find the Daytona 500 pole win cars to be, you know, a little redundant in my opinion. I mean, that's why I had the Chase Elliott 2016 164 as one of the worst diecasts from 2016, which I know lots of people didn't like that, but you know, it is what it is for this. But not really too much of a big loss for Chase Elliott fans, because the 124 standard version is still available, and you can get all these cancellation news and more on the Lionel Racing forum. That's where I've been finding you know, all these cancellations at. So you just got to be an official member of Lionel Racing. Just sign up, it's free, and you can go on the Lionel Racing forum and check out all the information, and maybe you can be a diecast news expert like me. So alrighty everybody, we're on to our last and final topic, which is going to be the NASCAR Authentics news, guys. And yes, more NASCAR Authentics news, guys, and it's going to be a little more details about the bonus waves. So guys, if you guys do remember, I did give my little rough thoughts about NASCAR Authentics little bonus wave that kind of head into the retailers last week, and it got so much buzz, and a lot of people were confused how many diecasts were going to be in this so-called bonus wave. But I can fairly say that this is actually not going to be a bonus wave, but it's going to be bonus waves. Yes, guys, there is going to, thanks to Lionel Racing confirming this in the middle of the week. I think they uploaded these pictures about to show you right here are from their latest episode of Lionel's Racing's Effects. I would highly recommend you guys checking that out if you guys do want to hear all the latest information about those. But any of these screenshots, these upcoming screenshots I'm about to show you guys, are all from that web show. So yeah, thanks to Lionel for getting this information out and even confirming more about the details. I mean, I know they already confirmed it on Twitter last week on the last episode of NASCAR Diecast News, but now they even definitely confirmed it with more details. So I'll be giving you guys this insight real quick about this. I mean, like I said, I won't be going too much about this, but a lot more clear details to understand how this wave's going to be working. So there's going to be, like I said, bonus waves. There are going to be 6 separate bonus waves, and all these cars are from 2016. There's no 2015 cars and no cars from this year. All of them are from 2016, and there are going to be 6 separate waves, guys. And it's pretty cool because the first 3 waves have 10 cars in them, which is a lot more. I mean, usually like the average for, you know, each wave is like 7 or 8. So we're getting a little bit more for those first 3 waves, but then waves 4 and 5 we're getting 9 cars, and then wave number 6 we're getting 1 less car, and that's 8. However, so that is going to, you know, if you do the math right there, that's gonna be a total of 56 cars, which is crazy. That is a lot of cars. I mean, that is way more. That's the most that we have had since the Darlington Throwback wave from last fall, which only had 15 cars. So yeah, this is this is definitely a big bonus right here. But however, though, guys, a good half of those cars, I mean, if I had to guess, if I had to count, 22 cars in this in these 6 bonus waves have already been released in previous NASCAR Authentics waves, and I'll be showing you guys this. So like, here's the first 2 waves right here. If you guys can see that, you're probably wondering what these red rectangular circles are. Well, these are the diecasts that are highlighted that were already produced in the other NASCAR Authentics waves. So yeah, you know, you got the Ricky Stenhouse Jr. Fast and All John's Throwback car that was released in the Darlington Throwback wave. Same with the Hamlin car and the I mean, you could pretty much tell which car. If you guys have keep up to date with all the NASCAR Authentics waves, then you'll probably know that we have already seen these cars. Unfortunately, the Batman vs Superman cars in a bonus wave 2. But we still got some cool looking exclusives. I mean, I do like some of the low names that we got, like Chris Buescher and Matt Benedetto and Brandon Jones. So that's gonna be cool seeing them in NASCAR Authentics. But getting on to the next one, we still got some more red circles right here. Of course, some of these diecasts look very familiar. A good majority of these diecasts were waves, bonus waves 3 and 4. A good majority of them are from wave 8. You see, you got the Sunny D car and the Mountain Dew cars, and the McDonald's car as well, and that this freaking Shell Pennzoil car. God, how many times have we seen that car? So that's the 3rd time we're seeing that Joe Logano car being produced. And now you're wondering, why is there a yellow circle around the Dale Jr. Nationwide car? Well, well, let's just say the Dale Jr. Nationwide car. I mean, yeah, it did show up at wave 4 for 2016. But it's showing up again, not only in bonus wave 4, but as I show you guys next one right here, it's showing up again in bonus wave 5 and 6. And same thing with the Casey Mears Geico car, that's showing up back to back as well, and that right there is just really embarrassing, guys. So we're getting some repeat cars as well, which is, I mean the Casey Mears Geico car, I'm pretty excited, but seeing how that car is in back-to-back waves is very unfortunate in my opinion. But the Dale Earnhardt Jr. Nationwide car, my God, I think it really shows you how much they overproduced that car. I mean, I understand Dale Earnhardt Jr. diecasts sell like crazy, but to see, you know, I mean, there's 6 waves, but seeing half of this wave having the Dale Jr. Nationwide car really gets on my nerves. I mean, they could at least had a different Dale Jr. car, meaning that, I mean, that I think this just kind of shows you that the bonus waves, I mean, half of these aren't really kind of worth it. I think, to be honest, I think wave 6 has to be the worst, because we only have, I think, only 2 diecasts that kind of stand out, guys, because the Casey Mears Geico car, that was already in wave 5 for the bonus wave. So, I don't know, wave 6 kind of looks disappointing in my opinion, because all the rest of the other cars have been released. But however, this will be a good opportunity. Like, if you guys, I can see one good thing about these bonus waves, it is a good opportunity for for guys who, if you're Walmart or Toys R Us or any of your retailers like Target, have not been up to date on the NASCAR diecast, and you guys missed out on some diecasts, because I know you're not the only ones that are shopping for those cars, because NASCAR Authentics has got some good popularity in the retailers lately. So this is a good opportunity to catch up on the latest waves. But however, though, you're not getting the special magnets or the special cards that come with it. You're just getting a plain regular 2017 schedule, which is kind of ironic, because these are 2016 cars. I just find that kind of funny, but it kind of brings back a little throwback vibe to the winter circles, what they did with this schedule. So that does give me some cool vibes. But overall, guys, I mean, but a good majority of these cars, I mean, like I said, 22 cars have already been released, so we're only getting about half of these cars are new. Like, I think 31 out of 56 cars are technically new for the bonus wave. But it is kind of disappointing, because I would love to see, more unique diecasts. But however, these are bonus waves, and these are leftover cars that they had from 2016 and over. But and not all of these, you're not going to see all 6 of these waves show up at Walmart. Only a certain variety will. So maybe your Walmart will have wave 1 or wave 4, or if you're really screwed out of luck, you're going to see waves 4, 5, and 6, and that's going to be mostly, probably, I wouldn't be surprised if it's all Dale Jr. Nationwide insurance, in my opinion. That'd be a good troll from Lionel Racing. But yeah, I do see some benefits of the bonus wave, but in my opinion, guys, after looking at more details about this, I kind of feel like this is a really kind of a fail. Not really so much for people who are just starting collecting NASCAR Authentics, but for people who have been, previous owners of NASCAR Authentics and trying to build their collection even more. There are some cool looking cars that have never been NASCAR Authentics, but overall, I don't know, I'm kind of 50-50 about this now. But feel free to tell me what you guys think about this bonus wave, as I got you guys more clear details about it. But feel free to ask me more about the bonus wave, and I'll probably make it a little more clear for you guys. But I always wanted you guys to hear your opinion on this. this, because this is a really cool, interesting topic. But other than that, guys, this has been the NASCAR Diecast News. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. As always, guys, please give this video series a good comment, like. If you guys hadn't already, I highly encourage you guys to subscribe to my channel, Original Big Bry, as I'll be posting weekly NASCAR Diecast videos throughout every week, like I just said. Of course, NASCAR Diecast News uploaded every Sunday to the best I can to give you guys all the latest NASCAR Diecast news and all the latest NASCAR Diecast news to come. But until then, guys, this is Original Big Bry signing off. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you guys at Las Vegas.